Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm OP, and in today's episode we'll be going over some of the best highlights from all of the LPL Spring matchups of the day. Without further ado, let's dive straight into the action.
You out. If we're just find an inch in bot lane and they take a mile. And we're going to look for a dive on Zora. He's not level 2 just yet. Gold card just get hit. Helk's going to have to try and get him out of turret aggro. Xi'an flashes away just to make sure he can keep going with that. They're still going with this one here. Zora going forward, but On takes the aggro. And that's first blood to BLG.
Beautiful. You see Xi'an skipping the entire bot side camps to make sure you punish that Smolder early on. Only level 2, about a bajillion CS down, and Xiaoshu.
Xiaoshu, you can't do that. You cannot disrespect it. That was just there's nothing you can do. And despite bot lane winning, or you know, they're gonna pop it in. There's gonna be the wild cards, and Elk already on 2 kills. Asim, he's getting chased down here. Gold card will land. A cleanse has to be used. He gets it just off cool.
Job is right. Our job is to let people know of how close a matchup is and how very easily tables can turn. I can't lie here to you, chat. I think BLG look fantastic. Bot lane looks incredibly strong, especially with the TF. We mentioned the second that Ghost is up for Elk, it's going to the of skill that these players are holding into their hands. As Xiaoshu is trying again.
Yeah, not sure if he wins this one. He's got a Hex Drinker coming in. Ghost gets popped. You do have Nayu trying to sprint up here with the ultimate. No flash available for Bin, but he's still looking for the fight. Still getting plenty of damage down here. You can see now the healing's just becoming a bit too much. He doesn't have a rotation of spells though. And once those Qs are down, Bin will follow with it itself as there are top teams.
Here we go again.
Yeah, they're going to look for a move on the Xiaoshu. He has no Ghost, so he's going to be a little slower to get away from this. Gets the knockdown, and they're going to be able to pick him up pretty damn easily. On was tanking up the tower. It was basically a perfect move. Armor one, which is interesting enough when you think about the fact that you have got double 80 carry on the side of BLG. I kind of would have preferred the Bramble Vest, to be perfectly frank, but it is what it is, as we now have a fight over the last of the Grubs. 2 have already gone over to the side of BLG. The last one will go to RA, so it's a 4-2 split for the moment.
Item 4. Kindred is going to be extremely powerful. He's got first dip into the river as well. A lot of backup from his team. On sees the Ral is just going to engage on them. It's just a little bit of back and forth at this point, but BLG are so strong. Smolder is nowhere near.
Nowhere near it. They're looking to try and get a smite steal, and they will. That's going to go over to RA. They're looking for a fight after the fact, but now you can see the damage is really starting to come in. On getting a little bit of help from his veggies. That lettuce is doing him the world of good. Vikla has to perfectly execute over the wall. He flashes. One more auto from El could be enough, but he hasn't got the range, and he should be able to get away. Vikla will not be in range of those wild cards either.
And it instantly makes the 5 versus 3, of course, with Xiaoshu staying towards the top side of the map. He did hammer that top lane tower to his defense. 4 tower plates have gone to the side of Udyr, but at what cost?
Zora, my sweet summer child. You'll be thinking of summer very soon, because their spring split for RA is just disintegrating before their eyes. This will probably bring them to 3 and 8. This is already starting to become a problem.
Absolutely, and you mentioned something earlier on. You said they have double 80 carries. Usually one problem with Twisted Fate down the bot lane is that this will be your only type of quote-unquote 80 carry on the map, so you need him to group. Right here, it's not the case. You've got Xi'an onto Kindred on the other side of the map. You can just see how much are you willing to bleed to try and bring it back? And the second question here is, and this is a caveat only for BLG, how much are you willing to bleed at all versus BLG to then try and bring it back? Because game, due to the nature of BLG's comp being so squishy, you could find angles, but so far BLG are choking RA on the map. I mean, hell, they just walked to tier 1 mid, they just took it.
Yeah, they don't care.
Sure.
They don't care. Why would they care? Like, no one was going to engage on them. No one was going to have a moment. You have a static shift, almost a rapid fire. You have a Medjai's on Knight, who we talked about has been quiet so far today. So you see the Rift Herald being taken. I don't know if this is the correct move here from On, but he's going to try and get away from this one after the fact. They are going to get Nico to pop in with the Pop Blossom. Decent damage. Xiaoshu jumps over the top as Nayu gets taken out. That's 1 for none so far. On flashes away. Oh, he's a slippery character. Just about gets punished, but I mean, it cost everything, including Vikla's life. Elk looking for a little bit more of a push here onto Acid, but they won't be able to get it. They do get the charge down. Bin loses the World Ender after the fact, and they're going to get the tower anyway. I mean, they can keep going as well if they really wanted to, but they've got their prize. They backed themselves away.
Guys, whilst barely participating this entire time, not necessarily due to his own fault. You know, he has been a little bit of an island lately in the mid lane, so he has been doing his job by pressuring the waves, not allowing Akali to roam early on, especially after 6, where she gets really dangerous. So Knight purchasing Medja is right here. It feels his assists.
Absolutely, and I think that it's he knows he's going to be the big engage. I think that the great thing about a Nico, and especially, you know, I know one of the bigger kind of supporters of Medjai is more so on Ari than anyone else, is Nymera. And he does say that, like, you know, all it takes is one big skirmish in this mid game around the 20-minute marks where you get ult, and it feels like Smolder has become kind of found out in the LPL a little bit. We are seeing a lot more counters to it as people move forward and look for a little bit more. Oh, Nayu, oh, that feels so bad. That's now 6 stacks here for the Kindred, and now showing us for TP play if they need it. They don't see anybody, though, on this Baron, because they haven't got the exact timing of it. Knight even kind of being a little bit of a nuisance. Now they see it's going down. Will they be able to get a teleport in? I mean, the Baron's gone. There's nothing for them to do. On goes in to try and catch out Nayu a little bit. There's the Destiny Gate, the flash forward in with the Pop Blossom on the 3. Mom ain't gonna do you anything here today, and this could just be the game. The Baron has been taken. Vikla goes in, and this is it. They're just melting them right now. Vikla, with all the dashes, with all the movement in the world, he flashes over the side of the wall, not quite getting the wall, but it should be enough difference. But the TP comes in, and Vikla should be going down anyway. Pin TP to end it all. It won't be the fastest game of the split. That belongs to BLG versus EDG. Just underneath it, BLG absolutely dominate RA. They'll have a last gasp here as they try and engage, but you've no damage. Your death timers are so staggered, and you're just giving over more KDA.
Absolutely, Smolder's coming up, but I don't think it's going to matter right here. They might actually even look to stack their KDAs with a Smolder respawning. You know what would have made this much easier? If my Aatrox actually TP'd in base to try and end the game, but hey, BLG
KDAs,
are actually stacking up the KDAs.
No, they are just like on the fountain, melting health bars right now. They do not care. They're actually ignoring Asum. They give one little kill over the Kindred's. Ult actually goes off just before they die, so bit of a weird one there. They go back in with the quickness. They get the Pop Blossom down. They are having fun. They need to deal with this Smolder right now, because Smolder is actually going to be building them down. They need to end the game. Elk and Bin have to walk away. And that Smolder ultimate has to be used just to try and wave clear. The inhibitor mid does go down. They have top lane down for another 3 minutes. They're going to push in towards this bot side. I mean, look, it's done. This game is over. It's going to take one last team fight with all their summoners available. And yeah, here we go. Pop Blossom comes down. Doesn't really hit onto anybody, but it does not matter. Double kill coming in here for the Aatrox. Bin is massive. It will not be a penta, but it will be a beautiful KDA here for this Twisted Fate. Already building up towards a very, very good game. And well, perfect KDA, if you will, for Elk. He's the only person on his team to not die. And now, at 25.5 minutes, BLG take the win. And RA just
constructed front to back team fighting composition. I do say, though, that Jinx is just a worse version of Smolder. It feels like Smolder is more of an evolved version. If you look at sort of the abilities and the way this shot have been sort of pinned underneath the tower for the time being. Now, of course, they know that Ari is roaming towards the bottom of the map. There is flash onto Zora, but all Ona has to do is literally walk onto you, pin you on the ground with one auto attack. Knight is going to ult through the wall.
Gonna try and go for the dive here. They're gonna look to try and tank it up. An easy pick up there. Knight should be able to dash out after taking the turret aggro as well. No flash available. Vikla.
The bottom of the map, the Smolder hasn't died. You don't have summoners. Your flash is down. So it's not going to be as easy for the Smolder to walk into River.
Absolutely. And I like that Xiaoshu's kind of recognizing as well that he can be a bit more of a nuisance. You saw him ignoring the Aatrox in that top side. Will, however, recognize that in a 3v1, he does not win. His wave is being crashed, so just able to walk away. Damage after the fact, as we can see Xiaoshu and Bin having a little bit of a wet noodle fight.
And for sure, Vikla right there, I'm really happy with what I'm seeing from him, as Xiaoshu and Bin are going at it for, like, what, the 15th time this series on Aatrox versus Udyr?
Yeah, they do have The ghost being popped here. Bin goes into the world and they're getting a bit of healing coming out from this as well. But, I mean, Xi'an should be able to, flash in, bonk on the head.
Sorry, Xiaoshu. Xiaoshu already moving, doesn't want to commit the TP right here. He's going to try to contest that wave, but they have found Balia.
He separates the fight, but he's been caught out. He doesn't get the flash over the wall, but they do trade back 1-for-1, but it's a mid laner for a support. You take that fight any day of the week, and now you're just getting peppered down. This smolder is starting to stack, and Bin is getting huge. One more auto would have been enough to take down Nayu. But he's not able to get him just yet. Everyone running for the hills right there, but BLG take a convincing 2-for-1 trade, and they will get Dragon as well.
Yeah, and Xi'an was so pivotal right there, stopping Vikla right before he gets into the fight. We said how important these Talia ultimates were going to be, the wall separating the fight, trying to win these neutral objectives for RA.
Flash forward there by On. He needs a little bit more attack speed. Oh, he autos the ward instead. A flick back from Vikla, but I feel like it's just going to lead to Knight getting himself a nice little kill. And Bin gets himself over the wall. Still healing, still keeping himself a nuisance. Will eventually go down after the rest of RA jumping on top of him. But in a 4v1, he nearly got himself out of it.
The positives here, though, for RA is that they do with the mid-side, the middle of the map. Side, literally the middle of the map.
Still early for both of us. We're fine. It's still early.
Yeah. You know what? For somebody who I don't think has seen much of daylight in her life, surprisingly, I'm awake right now. Yeah. I'm surprisingly awake.
Not a morning person. The brush recognizes he's surrounded by that chicken pit, so doesn't kind of go for it. A little bit of a move here from Asum to turn the car around, gets himself the nice little charge down. While it's happening, you can see Bin on the top side with a TP, happy to keep pushing this in. All 5 members of RA here in the mid lane. Charm lands here on the Zora, takes a chunk, but nothing too crazy. You do have the event horizon.
They're gonna push in that mid lane wave and dip straight back into River. They have a pretty good flank with Bin right here, so if they want to fight, On is going in.
A great fight to come in there. Great ultimate from On as he flashed in, trying to go in and dipping in, dipping out. Vikla already down to half HP below that. Bin can't really get on top of this one though, as he has been charged down by Asum. And Bin almost gets on top of him. Asum flashes away and Bin gets taken out. Now you can see that Elk joins the fight and they're doing some serious damage. It's a good super mega jet rocket, but it's just not really enough. And now Elk feels very confident to move forward onto this. Still has his flash available, waiting for a couple of small cooldowns to come back. It's hit by the zap. A forward here. Oh, Vikla doesn't actually get onto the wall, and he's actually kept his team penned in. A flash forward, a kill, another kill. Charm does not land, but Xiaoshu has not got a ghost. He's trying to sprint as far as he can away from this fight. Comes back off cooldown for Elk. Does nothing. And Xiaoshu being jumped on here by Knight, but I think he might have just given himself over. He might have given up the ghost a little bit, and Knight says, yep, thank you very much. The delayed triple kill for the mid lane. In with a near death cap of items. Second dragon now going over to BLG as RA recognized, yeah, we had no way of a bit of Zora's HP, maybe more than just a little bit. They're getting a lot here out of them. A flash forward or a flash in retreat. Good ultimate there from the Smolder to try and pepper down these health bars, and they're getting so low. Elk gets one. A good charm there as well. You can see that Elk just putting in work, putting in damage.
Knight?
No one can deal with Knight, who flashes away, gets the charm, gets the dash, gets the kill. And that is why Knight is probably, almost certainly, the best Ahri in the world. He dances with death and knows that he takes the lead. That is going to be BLG cracking open this game. The Baron will be a formality. Knight's not even going to go for it. He's going to break open the base himself. And in the next 3 minutes, you imagine, it's going to be curtains for RA.
You see his big smile on his face. What an incredible performance on the Ahri. 8-0-5. So close to his 4th item as well. And the way he played around this team fight, the way he danced around
fights. So, I mean, this game is just... it's just solidifying in my mind that BLG are the favorites for the split. Is now Asum. He's dead. Two more resets coming in for Knight. See if he can get himself into double digits in terms of the kills, but right now he's just going for a double. Getting a triple.
Oh.
Not gonna get himself the penta. Maybe a quadra to end it all, but double on triple. It's a full house for BLG. It's a 2-0 for BLG, and it's them going up to 11-1 in the standings.
Ooh, that triple fist bump right there from BLG, and they didn't shatter expectations at all. If anything, they solidified them further. Our expectations were, we're going into this game.
It is pickable. The LPL top laners will pick it. That is just how it is for this champion right now, and just the style that they play for this, this league. And looking at the stats as well, powerful from level 3. Level 6, you're even more powerful, but it is one of those things where it's more of a tank stat than a skirmish stat. So see Hacker now maybe looking for something in the mid lane. There's a flash for Cream if he wants it. They're going to use this cannon as bait.
Actual skirmishing power when you have that level 6, when you have that ultimate on the Xin Zhao is huge, but now he's been thrown off tempo. He has to cover mid, his bot lane is under attack.
Bot lane is under attack. We've seen this from our BLG earlier. The bot lane is just a target. Flash from Doggo, but he will be Heartbreaker down. Double kill coming over to Jackie Love. He'll take a fierce amount of damage on the backside from tower, but he's got an escort to get him out to safety, and that is top Esports 2-0.
This is going to want to fight because they do have the items advantage on the map.
Yeah, they will wait for the ultimate from the Nautilus to really come back. A flash away by Mako as he tries to survive this, but he will
Mako's
not.
dead.
TP's coming in from both of the top laners. They look to try and continue this fight. Hacker has gone down. Uakai next to follow. Jackie Love picking up his 3rd kill of the game. 369 does pop in with an ultimate, but nothing else really to be doing about it. But that's going to be Dragon basically confirmed.
369's inventory, obviously an item that got buffed together with Renekton on 14.4, but it also benefits you. I don't know if you want to take this fight versus such a strong Crocodile.
I was going to say, but I don't think they have a choice. I think they know that the game is running away from them and they need to try and find something. Decade will go in aggressively, but immediately kind of regrets that decision as he walks away. Top Esports not willing to let this Rift Herald just go for free. They want to contest at anything and everything they possibly can. They know how strong they are in this mid-game. One item or so on most people. Good little knockback, a flash away though. Hacker has to pop the ultimate to keep himself alive already. The Rakan's gone down. It's support for support trade, but you're just being slaughtered. Wow. That's going to be a 4-for-1 trade for pressure. Doggo wasn't even a part of it. He was isolated towards that mid lane.
There is no avenue for Doggo to play the game. Oh, Jackie Love.
Welcome back to the team fight.
Yeah,
you missed it earlier. This is what
yeah.
happened to the rest of your team.
Yeah.
I mean, Doggo just can't go into fights right now. He will be feared. He will be gold carded. Decade is dead. Like, that's just how it is. You die. The Renekton is too big. 2-0. Another charge. They're going to get another tower. They're going to break open the base at 17 minutes, Georgia. How did he miss?
Wait,
TN! How did you miss? It doesn't matter because they're still going to get the tower. But how did you miss?
The happy power by TN. Oh no, Hacker is in.
Hacker is in, but I don't think he wants to be. Crescent Guard comes down. They haven't done a lot of damage. There is the Descending Despair to do a lot of work. That is a big old boom. Decade has just respawned, and he might be going down just as quickly. 369 is going to reset. They might look to end the game. I'm not even kidding. They may look to end the game right now if they want to go for it. They have a TP available for 369 if he wants to go in for it. They were thinking about it, but they will just get the inhibitor and back away. I thought they were going to try and speed.
Exploding the entire ultimate on them, and they all have to back, leaving them with an inhibitor less at 17 minutes into the game, which in different...
Earth, Wind, and Fire of the Dragons behind them as well. They're looking for something here. They're looking for TN, who does flash away. They're going to try and jump in on top of him, but the Heartbreaker keeps him alive for the moment. The ultimates are good. He's getting a little bit more, but not quite enough to get him going. Now that TN is dead, can you go for a fight? There is no 369 here. Doggo gets a double. Uakai finally goes in, but here is the Renekton. 1v5, and he wants them all away with a double kill. The solo laners of top esports will not be silenced. 3 kills, though, to Ultra Prime, but it's a 3-for-3 at the end of it all.
Yeah, a little bit of a whoopsie right there. TN walks into the wrong side of the jungle. The vision wasn't quite down, and Ultra Prime get the jump on him, but no matter how this fight ended, it's still 3 members of Ultra has to disperse. And here's the 20-minute Baron that we talked about, the threat. When the bottom of your map is bleeding, 369 is at it again.
369
Ooh,
nearly
he's
gets
very
Hacker.
lucky.
He's still facing him. He's still going for him. 369. Damn, he's fine. Because he is just absolutely smashing people right now. They can't deal with him. He is 1v3, 1v4, now 2v4 as finally Cream comes in to help him. But this could be the fastest game of the split. They've got inhibitors down. They've got a wave in mid lane. I believe it was 22 minutes. And 30 seconds or somewhere around there for the fastest game of the split right now. But look, 3 inhibitors down at 21 minutes and 30 seconds. Ultra Prime just haven't got a hope or a prayer.
They've got 3 creeps right there. They're going to wait for the next waves to come in. Bot lane, mid lane, top lane, all coming in at the same time. Baron buff up. And 5 members of Ultra Prime trying to defend the last remaining towers they have.
Hacker's still alive, and he keeps himself going for the moment, but the resets are in. They finally take down Xi'an, but it's not enough. You have 15 seconds, Top Esports, to end the game, to get the fastest game of the split. They're going to kill off absolutely everybody before they do that. 10 seconds. Can they do it? 4, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Oh, I think they just did it. I think they just did it. 22:09. It was 22:10 for BLG EDG. He has been able to kind of navigate fairly well in his career and in his setup. So you've got decent engage options here for the side of Top Esports. You've got decent pick options as well. But I feel like if you're not able to get onto the key carries, Ultra Prime now, you can see Xi'an now knows he has been spotted and is going to get his Q to land. A flash for flash. They're going to continue it on. The Ignite goes down. A heal comes out here from Jue. They're losing themselves a little bit of summoners. Now they're trying to see if they can jump here onto Mako, who does have a little bit of a movement. But Xi'an knew exactly how he wanted to play it. He will flash over the wall. The slow from the red buff. Double kill for Xi'an. And Top Esports once again starting this game off right.
World champion team.
Might be thinking about a contest right now. Mako coming in here, level 4. Doesn't have the ultimate to try and gas him off, but yeah, they're just not quick enough to kill it off because it was only the Poppy there. They're going to go for a 50-50 smite, but they have the execute and the steadfast presence to stop the Lee Sin from getting in. A flash away, but the charm does land on the Yukai.
Jackie Love.
Now Jackie Love's coming in. They're going to try and burn down Yukai, and it should be pretty easy. Jackie Love picks himself up a kill. Cream getting resets, will have his charm, and just about lands it down. Dway getting slowed down as well. Don't think they'll have the full damage to take him out. I was
His best. Dashes forward wasn't quite enough to kill the Ash. Doggo, however, does pick up the wave that stays behind, so he has kept pretty relevant in CS. Bot lane is the one that's actually going pretty well for them, 75 to 68 CS.
Yeah, I was just about to say, the flash in, they're going to get all the damage down, and Cream picks up a kill. Perfect tanking here by 360. He got the dragon, he got 2 of the 3 grubs. He is starting to become a bit of an issue for them to try and deal with, but slowly but surely, you can see Top Esports building the pace, getting themselves more and more. Charm comes down, they do get the ult out of the Hui, and the Hacker gets himself back in on top of that one there, so nicely done there. Mako goes down as well. Ultra Prime turning that fight around completely, really well done.
You cannot be making these mistakes or afford making these mistakes versus teams like JDG or BLG.
Yeah, 369 Decade having a little game of ring around the rosy. The house does land, stun does not, but I mean this poke damage is being significantly worse for Decade. He does have the World Ender and will pop it. Cream is there back, again though. TP coming in, but it's going to be too little too late. They can charm him straight away. Will not land it. Extra movement speed coming in.
Insta cleanse.
Let's have the cleanse, kicked back there onto Decade, who has no flash and no World Ender. The Q will not land, but he is surrounded on all sides, and you can come out with your hands up, or you can give your life over to Xi'an. The original Office Dragon over to Top Esports, still going to be the top lane tower, potentially even the mid lane tower as well, because Yukai has gone in, he drops down the Spiraling Despair. It's a fierce amount of damage, 369 almost going down. There is a flash available here for Yukai, he'll get it, but immediately 369 goes into the Mega. And that flash will be for naught.
They're swung to the Mega Gnar, therefore he dashed the way. Yukai had to commit the flash for that one, and Ultra Prime are under attack.
They are under attack. Cleanse already burned by Doggo, and you can see their Hacker trying to use the ultimate. Will get it, and a heal, so he's still alive for the moment. This Decade comes in over the wall. Doggo, though, 1v2 underneath a tower. Gets himself a double kill. Xi'an misses another Q. The arrow lands. Decade should be able to finish this one off. And Top Esports bite off more than they can chew. They've given a huge amount of gold back over to Ultra Prime.
Of course, he couldn't. There were no creeps around right there to actually assist him. So it was a huge disaster. They both ended up going down, giving 3 kills over to Zeri. Getting her closer to 2 to 3 items. That's becoming a little bit dangerous because, yes, we did mention how squishy.
That's how the game went in the first time. You know, it went very, very quickly. Top Esports made plays. Doggo now, without flash, without cleanse, and without a hope or a prayer. Will he get over the wall just in time? No, he will not. And he will fall to JackeyLove. He wanted to try and make the most amount of distance as he could, but sadly he will go down. All that pressure in the mid lane, you don't even get your kill in top. And now Xi'an is behind you. He's going to look for it, but a TP comes in, and now Xi'an walking away from this pretty much scot-free. Decade's going to finally be him, but a great kick there from Xi'an. He's just so good on this champion, but Ultra Prime, they're still pushing for more. They still want this fight. The Ashe is dead, but look at the kiting. JackeyLove finally gets punted right out. Decade taking a bit of an ignite, but look at the bottom side of the map. The Ahri sprinting up. Won't be able to get there in time.
Sprinting cream all the way from the bottom side of the map to try and assist, but they're going to stop right there. 6,500 gold is enough for Top Esports to press their B buttons. Once your towers start falling, where do you really position these two squishy members? Decade under attack right here. Xi'an is looking.
Xi'an is looking, and Xi'an will find. They will finally take him out. Yukai did TP towards that top side. 369 has got the Spiraling Despair on him, and he's in mini, so he's taking a fair amount of damage. Finally will go down. Shutdown going over there to Yukai, but I mean, you can just see just how easy to get the Baron this time around, just because their AD carry is lethality. The Varus just doesn't hurt the Baron that significantly, or that quickly, I should say. So we can see Xi'an getting everybody jumped on him right there, so he is dead. Nice opportunistic kill built in there for Ultra Prime. He is the light in the dark, if you will, but for now, Top Esports, they're still kind of not really getting the best of this fight right now. They're losing summoners, they're losing health bars, but Ultra Prime, they want to go for this fight. The Mininar shall be turning Mega ever so soon. They cannot just walk up to this. Hacker is going to try and just maybe get a steal with this, but the Q does land straight away there from Xi'an.
Oh, so there was a pretty good angle right there to potentially look for some poke with the Ashe, with the Way, potentially steal the Baron and get in, but Yokai is looking for 369.
Yeah, 369 is dead here. There's nothing that he can do about it. The spiraling seconds. This late kind of setup right now from the side of Top Esports is delaying the game quite a bit. We're coming up to about 28 minutes here. As they look finally for the fight, they will get a fair bit of damage down onto Doggo. The Keeper's Verdict does say that you are no longer a part of this one here. Mako will go down as Xi'an tried to save him, and that's a fight. One moment here for Ultra Prime. They just need to try and just make sure that they don't mess up on the execution.
Ooh, they got the cleanse out of JackeyLove. The arrow.
Yeah. The arrow comes in, he throws back the Chain of Corruption. That's going to do so much. They thought they found their man, but they just couldn't quite finish him off. He even keeps his flash. That just shows.
Broke down Top Esports, however, 369 on a Mega Knight. He's going to go mini, but he does have a Guardian Angel, so he could play guard right here for that Dragon Soul to go over the set of Top Esports, and it is going to be the case. Hacker does not have an easy route in to try and even take a peek. That Ultra Prime composition is, you know, you put down, oh, that arrow is just about going to miss, but Mako might be looking here.
Oh, Mako flashes forward, but they found Yukai. They got rid of the Banshees, and he's now dead. The Spiraling Despair will do a little bit after the fact, but now it's on the weak side because they know they cannot contest this Baron.
That was so well played by Tess right there. Mako finds the opening onto Drace, turns instantly to take the Banshee off Yokai just so Kryn can re-engage onto him. And the second Tess call for Baron 369. Oh my god, Decade is actually getting chunked down by 369. 369 about to go full Mega. Xi'an is backing him up in the mid lane.
Bloody hell.
99999.
Yeah, I mean the damage numbers coming up are insane. 369 was very handily keeping everyone at bay there. Yes, Xi'an was in the area, but got the health bars right the way down. JackeyLove soaks up all of that CC, which means the Keeper's Verdict's going to do nothing. A flash forward to try and get the stun down onto Yukai will not yield any fruit. For now, it's just basically bog standard. Get everything you can going. Keep pushing all these inhibitors down. Get the damage down. The Chain of Corruption is in. Can they get the last of the damage here on the way? They don't have a Piercing Arrow just yet. Steadfast Presence just to keep the Lee Sin off them. Decade getting the resets potentially off of this ultimate, but there for the side of the jungler of Ultra Prime, and that means that without that engage, or even disengage, to be perfectly honest, you're not really in a position to go for it. Cream goes in, tries to catch out Yukai, and he will get his man. 3v5, and there's just not really a lot else you can do. Mako trying to even get behind them. The Aatrox is dead, the Nexus towers have fallen, and a 2-0 will be coming in here for the side of Top Esports. They will go up to 9-2, still keeping themselves in third, but very much keeping...
It does scale pretty well into the late game. It does give you a lot of push potential in the mid lane, especially when you have access to these rockets with the Corki. So you can get a lot of priority. The pack can be running towards the top side of the map. Level 2, level 3 now for Wayward has access to all of his spells. And Heng is around, but they don't know that Xiao is in this bush.
Now they do. They're jumping on the ZDZ to try to slow him down, get the damage in, and they will. The knockup comes down to Xiao. Another jump backwards. Xiao does not use his flash.
On in the mid lane to try and sneak in potentially one of those Void Grafts. Going to smite it, but Heng is waiting right behind the pit.
Yeah, he is. Xiao going to try flash over the wall. Will he be followed? He can't be followed, as the magical journey was just used. I don't know if that's the place you want to be recalling right now. As we can see, Hang just kind of walking around there, making sure that they only get the one.
Important.
Yes, nice early stacking there. Xiao might look for a move on Daiwandi, but I think Daiwandi has recognized now that he's not really in a position to chase that one down. Nice move up here by WE to get themselves a dragon. They get boss side priority. And they get themselves the dragon, the first dragon of the game. So
this tower is more important to them than starting to stack the dragons. You do have the first one, so you're not worried about it too much. Taking a whole tower pre-minute 14 is going to be huge in terms of gold injection onto this Xi'an. 575 gold.
This is a 4v4 around the dragon pit because neither top laner has access to a global if they want to try and fight it. Chris will walk himself away from that fight for the moment, has access to his ultimate. The quickness could have...
towards the top side of the map and constant split push.
This is the thing now, we're getting to 15 minutes into the game. Our ult does not hit. Light looking to try and burn down Iwandi, who flashes away. Nicely done there with the Xin Zhao, just to try and make sure everyone has to back off. He does still have the Crescent Guard, will use it, but still gets stunned up. The Q will land and he will go down. Can they get the damage back onto the Lee Sin? Yes, they can. Now Prince opens up with the curtain call and tries to slow them down. 3, 4 will land, but nobody will go down. Went in favor of WE. Now Crisp on a flank. They have not spotted him out just yet. It's Prince who's very much in the kind of firing eyes right there. Flash kick there, but it's onto the Crescent Guard of the Xin Zhao. He's taking a fierce amount of damage. There's going to be the Tempered Fate. But it should only delay his fate for a couple more seconds finish, but it's difficult to know. That's a 2-item Tristana at this stage of the game. So, yeah, I think he just give this one up. He didn't have time for the package to be used.
Yeah, I feel like this also hurts your chances a lot because you have ZDZ on the top side of the map. There is no teleport, there is no destiny, there is no way getting into this fight. So I feel like trying to get TF to become a nuisance.
Lose his little shield there. The Baron is now on the Rift. 2-2 in kills. 2 dragons to 1 in favor of WE. Oh, ZDZ puts himself right in the middle of everybody right here. And I think he's going to regret that because he is dead. Now Xiao in a compromised position underneath the tower, and Fofo picks up that kill. We just mentioned the Baron, but you've lost your top laner and your jungler. This could be the ghost sign, but I mean, look at Tristana. The Tristana right now is just free hitting on the bot side. They're going to engage here onto the top lane just to make sure they can kill off this Corki. Now who could be going down before the fight even really begins? A magical journey to set them right in front of him. Crisp is going to try and get over the wall. No, he can't. That's 4 kills from nothing. WE will get the Baron, and what was an incredibly close game is going to turn into about a 4,000 gold lead.
Incredible at punishing overforced skirmishes. That's what is down in my document for WE, and they did just that. Extremely careful pushing that wave. Yeah, they cannot, with the composition that they have, it's very difficult to actually push 2 lanes that are super close together. Prince is going to open the call. The curtain,
had 4 shots, just needed 1. And that is going to be the Xiao dead screen now. 0-2 on this Corki, and we talked about it because of how dominant he was with RNG. And now WE, they're going to look to open the base. They get a Tempered Fate onto the virus. He's going to be forced to use his Chain of Corruption ASAP. He's putting nothing into this crescent guards in Zhao. They'll get the inhibitor, they'll move back towards the mid lane. Xiao can't really defend this on his own. And this is going to be 2 inhibitors broken open now at 24 minutes. There's just nothing that WE can't do. They're just so confident.
They're going to be speed running towards this Dragon Fofo. He's staying around onto the camera to make sure that the Xin Zhao gets out.
Well, they're going to look for the fight anyway. They're going to see if they can get him, but they're not quite able to get anyone else. They will get their man, but that is 1 kill. And a dragon, to be fair for them, but they're nowhere near Soul. And you can see the pings coming down now from the side of WE. They're saying, cool, you take your dragon, we're happy with that. We're just going to keep moving.
Keep pressuring around the map. Weibo looking. Xiao is one of the forms of engage that they have, but it gets a little bit difficult on the listen. He found out 1D.
He found Iwandi. Iwandi throws out the ultimate. The Tempered Fate is good, but not good enough to save his life. Xiaohu will be able to Valkyrie himself out of this, but now Xiaohu's on the wrong side of the map. He is going to be found out, you would imagine, pretty soon on this side of it. He should have 1 more move to get himself out of this. He went for the other side because he saw that Wayward was on the side with the ward, so he wanted to try and maybe see if he's in this game.
Yeah, and it's just going to become more and more difficult for Weibo Gaming to walk inside their jungle. They don't necessarily have a guaranteed player that can face check.
Right now, Xiaohu gets jumped on by Wayward. There are actually lights just digging in front of him, so Xiaohu can't die. ZDZ goes golden as Fofo uses his own little stasis there. ZDZ will get stunned up, will be almost certainly taken out there, but no, he flashes away at the last second. Had the barrier as well to keep him alive. Look at this damage! The bouncing grenade almost! But enough from that. Fofo flashes forward, lands the Q, and now you can start to see WE start to feel confident. These health bars are so low. An auto attack is good, and that means you're 3v5 for the rest of this potential siege, and this could be the game.
There is quite a bit of wave clear onto Xiaohu's Corki, but I'm not sure they can actually play underneath the tower. 3 very squishy members. The entire WE is knocking on your door.
They're knocking on your door and they are breaking it down. Your turrets are no longer. Your health bars will be next. You can see Chris trying his hardest. Xiaohu just doesn't do any damage or any significant damage in this fight. And that's going to be WE 1-0 up over Weibo. And once they found it,
I feel like Weibo Gaming are going to have to be very careful on the toes, because the second they step up on a neutral objective and Iwandi is there, whoever gets hooked dies.
That's kind of it. Hook in. Chang is kind of gone right now. He's not in the brush. He'll just walk away from this one here. Should be a pretty easy skirmishes for both these guys, as they both really want to try and fight this. Neither mid laner's moved over just yet. A flash away by Heng, but it has been followed straight away. The stun comes down. I think Heng has recognized he is dead. Nothing to be done there. The Viego picks up first blood. And
Xiaohu's on the top side. They don't know that Heng is in this bush. If he moves forward, they will spot him out.
Oh, they're going to look for it now. They're going to try and maybe make this fight work for them. ZDZ is getting jumped on here. Xiaohu has come up with the Spirit Rush. And Xiaohu will get the resets as well. So not really a lot that WE could do about that one. They are coming up with Iwandi, who does have a flash if he wants it, but it's just so difficult to make anything stick. And honestly, that...
In terms of items, he does deal quite a bit of damage. They might grab Crisp.
They do grab Crisp, and he doesn't have a flash this time around. His Aftershock will keep him alive only for so long. And Heng will get himself a kill now, so he'll equal up that against his opposite number. Fofo, though, might be running on the Xiaohu. Xiaohu does have Spirit Rush and will have to use it to try and back himself away.
1. To set up something towards the top side of the map, you see Blitzcrank heading towards the top side of the map as well. Could potentially see a little bit of danger heading towards it. Try and get any fight or any skirmish going. It's not going to be the case for now. Camille does have TP, however, in a couple of seconds, and Weibo Gaming are sticking around. Blue buff is going to get handed over to Xiaohu, since his mana bar didn't look too good. And Chris,
they get everything, and Light is dead. He just gets caught out by the hook. A flash away from Iwandi. Really well. Leave you alone and put Iwandi up towards, the mid and the top.
Absolutely. However, Weibo Gaming are pulling in all the forces right here. They have rotated Light towards the top side of the map. Rift Herald in a minute and a half, but they are looking, they are praying. They are 5 members. They caught 3.
They do. They caught Iwandi as well. No flash on him. A flash by Heng, as they did not realize they were 5 men waiting. Flash over the wall does not land. The cooldowns used to try and make this one with her. Fofo, though, he's going to walk straight into a hook. He's get charmed, and he will get killed. Did not have any vision whatsoever. I do not know why.
Yeah, that was not a great move by Fofo right there, because you do have the information. There's 3 enemy members into this one. You know, Camille is also TPing down there, so I think Prince actually needs to run and not stick around for this wave.
Prince? Why would you stay? That's just 2 very poor mistakes coming in. Moment there for them to figure out exactly what they go for. Now Dragon is the focus here. WE would love to try and stop the stacking here and get themselves back into this. It could be a full fight. Oh, never mind. It's just a pick. Xiao, he's already dead, and he will not be getting any more resets. It was Reset City for a while there with the Ari and the Viego. The hook lands in. Xiao goes down.
Not having to flash away from that hook, but then again, very weird positioning. Your Varus is in the mid lane, pushing in the wave. Your Thresh is wrapping around. Then you have Ari getting caught again here.
And Spiraling Despair will go up because Xiao down to about 1/3 of his HP, and they'll get a tower as well. And bringing friends, and remember, there's no flash here on ZDZ. He will have his hookshot, wall shot back in just a second. Exactly it. Waiwandi is like, I don't care. We're getting this kill. We've committed too much. And they will be able to kill him off just about at the end. Wayward goes up to 2 kills now in the game. But that does mean that the priority up that top side just goes straight over to the side of Weibo. They get themselves a Rift Herald. They should be able to get themselves maybe even 2 towers.
Towards the top side as fast as possible. Maybe rotate your Jhin as well. Since you have pushed that mid lane wave, you cannot allow that Rift Herald to take 2 towers towards the top side of the map. I feel like Weibo Gaming know that the resets
away here from the bot side, but there's a Rift Herald that can be used and will be crashing into this turret. This will be taken down. A TP coming in as well. That's going to be Xiao jumping back in onto this fight as well. Wayward trying to run away from this entire situation. They haven't killed off anybody just yet, but it does look like Wayward will be the sacrifice on the side of WE. They will get the tower for Weibo and the kill. While that's happening, though, you've committed a lot of resources up towards this bot side. So bot lane, or top lane, I should say.
Keep pushing.
Yeah, they can keep pushing, though, because they have no one else coming in.
Yeah, that was a great call from the side of Weibo Game. They're gonna kill Hank here as well. That was a great call. They see Fofo all the way to the top side. He's not backing. He doesn't have TP, and they still have Rift Herald. Oh, who's tanking the 4th shot?
No, they don't tank it, but they will lose Crisp. Waiwandi getting in. Trying to answer back, or rather WE trying to answer back. They'll get a tower after the kill itself, so it ends up being a 1-for-1
in the bot side of the map. Whilst if they had focused that tier 2 with the Rift Herald there, with only Zinza underneath the tower, they could have potentially netted themselves another tower.
Well, yeah, well, they won't get themselves another tower. They will lose their support right now. And this is what happened in game number 1 as well. But it does feel like it's Weibo falling behind the mark when it comes down to these kind of setups, these fights.
Yeah, because it's very difficult to walk into a Blitzcrank, right? We talked about this super squishy. Waiwandi is looking again. ZDZ does have displacement.
Oh, he gets the knock up, though. ZDZ now will have the lantern to keep him going, but Hang wants a little bit more. Look at the damage you can do from so far away with this Jhin. Wayward picks up Crisp. Crisp just respawned, guys. That's not okay. He is just doing all he can to try and stay alive. A flash away by Waiwandi, make sure he does not.
And WE just like this. By Waiwandi pressing W forward, they're in the river.
But that TP as well from Xiao, who's not going to be enough. It's not going to be close enough. And they're going to lose 2 off it. Xiao and ZDZ dead to rights. Wayward will stay alive. There's even a fruit just to keep him going. You've no jungler, you've no real engage. This is, you just have to give this one up. And again, this feels like the momentum of the fights are just going the favor of WE. They just feel more coherent. And there's a honey fruit on the river to heal him back up should he need it. But there's no vision here for Weibo. Absolutely none. They have to face check this. They aren't even going to. Wait, WE get themselves nice and aggressive because they want to try and go for this fight. They will lose their support, but they don't really care. Hong will try and tank up as much as he can, but gets sniped back on the back side of this one here. I don't know if that's worth now for WE because they can't go for the Baron.
Team fights, and every time WE have figured out their way of breaking the fight is through Waiwandi getting these hooks, breaking Weibo Gaming apart, and he's got another one. Oh my
god, another hook, but Wayward is the one that gets sacrificed for it. So in that trade of Crisp for Wayward, you will take that as Weibo Gaming. Very shallow vision though. we're being honest here for the side of Weibo. They're not really in a position to go for it now. The hook shot will not land. We'll have to use the last of the Hextech ultimatum just to be honest with you. He has to use his ultimate defensively. That's massive. Not having the Spirit Rush available here for Weibo just limits you so much. There's a Chain of Corruption, not really doing a huge amount. It was max range, but now you're without ultimates. Now you're without opportunities. ZDZ is looking for a little bit of a flank, but this is going to be Soul. This could be an Infernal Soul if you're not careful. They will not land the Spiraling Despair. They will not land the hook, but they will land the Dragon. WE now with an Infernal Soul. Maybe look for the fight after the fact. They pop down the ultimate here. There's so much damage being thrown in here from all of the angles. They just can't seem to kill off anybody, and it's Aatrox who falls down first. Look at these low health bars. Prince is huge. He will get one kill, maybe another one as he looks to try and push even further on. He does not have a flash available to him. They get in with the hook shot, but the cleanse is good. Trying to see if they can burn him down, but the Jin went too far to the sun. Infernal Soul was confirmed here by WE. But do they get themselves out because they have a Baron to work?
Harry, 14 stacks onto the meta, is looking for that Banshee. They found ZDZ, but the buffer on the hook shot right there is going to be enough.
Oh,
to make his
ZDZ
way
walks
out.
right into a trap, and he can't run away. The Infernal Chain stopped the hook shot, and now
It's all it takes. One hook from Crisp is all it takes to actually trade one and make it a 4 versus 4. Fofo is looking, he's poking.
he's poking. They have no vision on this Baron. They don't know it's 6,000 HP. Xiao hasn't got a flash to get in on top of this one here. They've used the locket. 3,000, 2,000, 1,000. It's gone. Xiao Xiao trying to see, or Xiao Hu trying to see if they can take out the wayward Aatrox. Iwandi chunks about.
Set down their vision. Potential TP flanks for Aatrox, for Wayward to get behind them. The Banshees is going to prove to be very problematic for WE to break through for Xiaohu.
ZDZ TP'd, but he's so hard for him to get in. He knows he's been spotted out. They know he can't really get on top of this one here. Spiraling Despair still yet to be used. Heng has to flash away. If he dies now, that could be Elder. He tries to cleanse, but the Mikhail's Blessing is not enough. Chain of Corruption has already come back out. That will spread out onto Fofo. Nobody there to capitalize on it. The base has been cracked.
Don't want to be running into this Blitzer. Look at Iwandi. He's waiting in the brush.
They're baiting them in. They're baiting them in.
ZDZ is very close.
And they're baiting him in. They don't know exactly where they are. Xiaohu doesn't know what's in that brush. Now he does. And he sees the rest of WE. 4 seconds till Hang comes in. He would be here. They can delay it a couple more seconds. The hook is now down for Iwandi. He moves straight in onto ZDZ, who gets chunked out, who gets killed off. They didn't finish him off. No one, he actually auto-attacked him. Why couldn't they? Are they finally flash in over the wall? It's a 4v4. Xiaohu trying to see if he can jump in with a Spirit Rush, but he only has one left. Now it's a 5v4 in favor of WE. Light gets hit once. Light gets hit not twice. But now Xiaohu looking for a little bit more. Needs that charm. Will not get it. And he's dead. Nothing more to be done. WE will take the series. It'll be a 2-0. They don't need the Elder because they've got themselves an inside track to the mid lane.
Hank makes his way into that Dragon Pit as well, grabbing that last kill. WE. Fantastic play. Prince popping off on that Jin in the last fight, making sure they take themselves apart in the rankings from Weibo Gaming.
They join themselves up towards the top of the standings. I think they even get themselves with a 2-0. They should be getting themselves right up into it, and they can't even kill Wayward. It's a 2-0 for WE, and a great start to this one here. Really well done there from.
These were some of the best highlights from all of the LPL Spring matchups of the day. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.